Now, in order to understand legato, we need to understand what detached playing is. Now, if I play a 5-note scale here, C, D, E, F, G, as you could hear, there was a little gap between the notes because I lifted up my hand before I pressed down the next note. And that tiny gap separates these notes from each other, and we call that detached playing. It's not staccato, it's just detached because the notes are separated, but they are not bouncy and they are not sharp. Now, if I want to create legato, connected or smooth playing, which is usually signaled by a slur in the sheet music or the word legato, then I have to connect these notes in a way that there is no gap between them. Initially, you would think it's something like this. But again, that's really wrong because all the notes are going to sound at the same time. So we kind of have to minimize the overlap between the notes to an extent where it's beautiful legato, but it's still a very clean sound. So I'm going to press down the first note, and I'm going to hold it down until the second one goes down, and at the same time I'm lifting it. So there's a fraction of a second where both notes are sounding at the same time, but it's so short that you can't really perceive it, but the melody becomes connected and smooth. Now when we play legato, especially slowly, we can really shape that melody in so many ways. We can do a crescendo, we can do a decrescendo, we can play with more heaviness, we can play very gently, and this is ultimately what's going to create a beautiful sound and a very expressive playing. So, for example, if you play slow legato notes, you want to put a lot of arm weight into the playing, even your whole body can channel the energy into your playing, and every key is going to go down with nice motion which is coordinated throughout your hand. And you can obviously do a little bit of rotation to make sure that when you get to the outer fingers, you get the same kind of deepness in sound. So I did a crescendo, and then I pulled back into very quiet. And I was using the arm weight and a little bit of a wavy motion, very subtle and relaxed wrist to create that beautiful deep sound. So this is basically what legato playing is, and the easiest way to practice is to get that deep, rounded key attack. Don't keep your hand static, don't let it tense up, and don't try to keep it in one shape. Try to go with the sound, lead the sound, follow the melody with your hand, and that's going to give you a very natural and musical sound. Now let's turn to staccato. Staccato is the complete opposite of legato. Not only it detaches the notes from each other, but it makes them very sharp and bouncy, creating kind of a marching or something very sudden feeling in your playing. So it's used for that kind of sound effect. Now, as I showed you, the detached style means that I lift up my hand between the notes, but I don't make them very sharp and bouncy. Now, if I want to make it staccato, I have to make it very quick, almost like a bouncing ball, like basketball, or when you touch something very hot and you jump up quickly. Now, when you play staccato, there are very important things about health and technique. First of all, the wrist has to be very relaxed and flexible. As you can see, I wasn't moving my hand in a very static up and down motion. I was doing a wavy motion with my hand, and I was curving my fingers and almost like curving up as I jumped up from the sound. And that's going to make staccato play much easier and less rigid and tenseful on the hands. So again, don't do anything like this, because it's very sore, it's very tense, and it doesn't sound so graceful. So again, waving. And the same applies to the left hand. And that's basically what staccato playing means. Now, staccato can be confusing when you see it on longer notes. So, for example, on crotchets, and many students would think that it makes the note quicker. So, for example, if I have crotchets on these notes, you would still play them as opposed to waiting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. So that the length of the note value doesn't change, but we just put a little break after if it's a longer note value to still keep it nice and sharp. But you still have to stick to the same beat and the same pulse. Now, if you want to practice legato, scales are the perfect way to practice that, and then obviously you can put it into your pieces. When you start playing fast, that kind of movement and heaviness diminishes that I showed you earlier, because we simply don't have the time to do so much movement and to put so much weight into legato playing when you play very fast, because it would hinder the speed, and it would also be kind of impossible to do so much motion when you're so when you want to play legato very fast, you play mostly from the fingers, but also with a very relaxed wrist. So for example, if I play this final scale very slowly, I'm very, everything moves, but if I go quick, I still had a literal motion, I was following the melody. And in order to play fast, you have to be very light, so you can't put so much heaviness into the playing. So if you want to play your legato scales, stationary, follow the melody with your hands, and the wrist is shaping the melody, so it's rotating and moving up and down as well. Now if you practice staccato against scales, I'm perfect for that. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can introduce some dynamics into your scales when you practice legato and staccato. For example, a crescendo and decrescendo. And any other variations. So this is my very short video on legato and staccato. I don't want to go into too much detail and give you examples from musical pieces, because I've done a video on that before, playing legato against staccato and different articulations. So have a look at those videos if you would like to experience this in real world pieces. I wanted to just explain the very basics of legato, staccato and detached playing to make you understand what it is and what to watch out for in a very simple 5-note or full-scale exercise. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, subscribe for more.
Sberbank. Попробуйте и получите первую доставку бесплатно. I think we are recording. Thank you very much for coming on this podcast. And also thank you for doing it in English, because if we were doing it in German, I think I might struggle quite a bit. So Stefan, you're a medical doctor. Infinitely complex diagnosis and you're a general practitioner. I believe you're currently an associate professor in the Department of Medicine. You did a PhD from the Department of Epidemiology and Biostatistics in Amsterdam. So you've been around the world. So we want to talk about what we might call natural immunity, I guess. I mean, can you just sort of introduce us? What is this concept of natural immunity? What is it? How does it occur?
I mean, I have the epidemiological view and perspective when I look at this. And the way I look at this is very simple. I just want to look at patients who had SARS-CoV-2 infections, and then I want to know are they protected afterwards? And how are they protected? I mean, we can discuss for hours about immunology. I'm not an immunologist because I think we have to focus on clinical endpoints, clinical data. That is really what matters. And you see a lot of studies measuring antibodies, measuring T cells, B cells, whatever. What I want to know is just how protected after infection, how efficient is this protection, and how long does this protection last? And these are very simple questions, and that is what we wanted to address in our research.
Absolutely. Let's go for it then. And I think we should say I've been studying your paper for the past few days. Quite excellent. It's available as a free download, so we'll put the link on if you can get it. And I must say, I did find that it's very accessible, that any intelligent lay reader could make sense of that. So let's start off with that then. If someone's infected with SARS coronavirus 2, they're going to have some sort of immune response. Just talk us through it, the type of immune response you get, how long it's going to last.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with the assessment of reinfection, because when we look at this, we want to know, do we get a reinfection and the first problem that we have is infections. And usually the definition is that we can only talk about a reinfection 3 months after the first infection, because many patients have several weeks and months.
Yeah.
And that is the first thing we have to consider when we talk about this. And well, if I am allowed to start how I jumped into this topic, then I will start with that. Well, at the end of 2020, I was a lot discussing with my wife about COVID-19. I always ask her what is the measure in Austria, and we couldn't believe that at that time, at the end of 2020, there were virtually no data available for national surveys on infection risk in those already infected. And I am convinced that this is very important for two main reasons. And the first one is being, of course, the more people are infected, and if they are protected, we can better predict the further course of this COVID-19 pandemic. That's very important these days. And the second reason was to go into this research direction is when we started with vaccine programs, we started with vaccination, we had a shortage of vaccines at the beginning of these campaigns, and it was extremely important to prioritize the vaccines, to have the most efficient use of vaccines. And at that time, it was important to know about natural immunity. And that's why we started to look at this in Austria, because I still believe we could have saved many more lives with vaccines if we would have prioritized what I did in the beginning was very simple. In Austria, I was very lucky to have access to the Austrian national data that were released by Sberbank, and I could collaborate with this team. And we had a very simple concept. We looked at individuals in Austria, that is SARS-CoV-2 infection, the first wave, and then we reassessed this group of previously infected patients 6 to 8 months later, and we compared their infection with the rest of Austria, and we found a 91% protection against reinfection in this group. So we had a huge effect size. We really have a huge effect size for protection against reinfection with SARS-CoV-2. And this was after 6 to 8 months. So we already at that time, this was 1 year ago when we used this original study, we knew that natural immunity lasted for at least 6 to 8 months. And there was no sign of waning immunity in our studies. We could expect that natural immunity lasts quite long. And at the moment, with more studies coming up, with more studies confirming about this effect size of 80-90% for natural immunity in terms of protection against reinfection, we see longer and longer follow-up periods. And we do have data now from the United States. There was the group by Kim and Rothberg, and they published that even more than 390 days after your first infection, you do have a significant protection in the range of 87%. So we know natural immunity, you get a high protection against reinfection and also against severe disease, and this is lasting for more than 1 year. And from the evidence we have, there is only, if at all, a moderate waning immunity of over 1 year, and it will last more than 1 year. That is also what we know, and that's particularly important when we look at the next season. So those who are infected this season, they will also have some kind of protection, a very good protection against reinfection the next winter. And this really matters. And if I may continue,
Please.
I think that at the moment with the Omicron wave, we see that this protection also of natural immunity really works. Because you see we have a lower proportion of hospitalizations and of deaths. And you know, in the beginning there was the discussion, maybe Omicron is such a mild disease, it is not that severe as the other variants. But we know right now that the major reason why Omicron is so mild is not that Omicron is so mild per se. It is because we have such a high immunity in the population. Of course, it's vaccine-induced immunity and it's natural immunity. And we have countries where we see these numbers going down in terms of hospitalization and deaths, where we have a high vaccination uptake, but also countries, take Africa or South Africa, where we don't have that, and we see these numbers going down. So I think we are, at the moment, with this working together of vaccines and of natural immunity, somewhere at the end of this COVID-19 pandemic. And these are really, really important news for everyone, and we should be happy, very, very happy about this. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing that first encouraged me when I learned that in the 2002-2003 SARS coronavirus one outbreak, people still had neutralizing immunity and clinical protection 17 years later in 2020. So you're saying we're getting like 87% protection after 390 days. You know, what's kind of your best estimate about the longevity? Do you think it could be years or into a decade or more, like the original SARS variant, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm focusing on clinical data, so we don't have the clinical data for many years, and there's always some uncertainty around this data. We have bias, we have confounding in epidemiological studies, but from immunological studies, from antibody data, and also what you mentioned from measuring other parameters of the immune system, we could estimate, we could expect that it lasts for several years. So this is what we can really assume for national immunity. And you mentioned we also have other coronaviruses that are also endemic in our population. And these do not cause a lot of harm to us because we have our first infection when we are a child, so 3, 4, 5 years old. And then we get reinfected and reinfected and reinfected, and we build up natural immunity, and it doesn't do harm. And some colleagues of mine have great science papers about that. They assume that what will remain from SARS-CoV-2 is the first infection as a child, as a young child, and then we get infected, and when we're old, and in 10 or 20 years we will have many old people, but they have all been infected, and we will not have multiple times and build up their natural immunity. And the good thing about SARS-CoV-2 is that the first infection as a child is very, very mild. So also compared to the flu, that's a very mild infection, and we're very lucky that this is the case, and this will probably remain in a few years ahead from now. But of course, these are only estimations based on the data that we have, and you know, it's never black and white picture. But I think that the data of immunity are very, very important. In particular, because we know at the beginning of 2022, we can estimate that probably more than half of the world's population has already been infected with SARS-CoV-2. Because what we know when we're watching this data on World Leader and all these reports on national infection data, we know that we do not capture most of the infections. And we know if we have a very perfect test strategy, we may detect a second infection, but for the low-income countries, the surveys or the meta-analysis estimating that we detect one infection for 62 occurring in such countries. So more than half of the world's population.
Расслабляющего. Боню. Веселуха же это просто. Веселый Ленинград. Ладно, что думаю. Ты чё, блин? Нормально играет он просто. Ты Губаев, что ли? Ты нет, видишь, что они сейчас будут так нет, вообще ни о чем тогда уж. Не по дням, а по часам уже. Да не даже это не